Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello, my name is Eric Spiffy, but you can just call me Spiff. So today I thought it'd be a lot of fun. If you saw my previous video, you saw that I was doing my updated makeup routine, and I mentioned in that video that I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison of what I used to do on my face to what I do now. That's what we're gonna do today, and I'm really excited for it. But I'm ready to sit down and chit-chat with you with the full coverage queen who once was to the nice, glowy, fresh face glam queen that she is now. So buckle up, get yourself your iced Americano or whatever caffeine beverage you need to wake up this morning, because I cannot wake up. I slept so hard last night to the point where it's like you wake up and you can't snap out of it. Give me all of the caffeine, please. All right, everyone, so if you want to see the side-by-side comparison of today's looks, then please keep on watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and let's get started. So I think I want to start off with the full face. All right, so for the full coverage side, I love the Natasha Denona Foundation X Fruit Complex Full Coverage Foundation. All right, we're gonna do like 2 pumps. Then I'm taking that on my Sonia Kashuk Beauty Sponge. And you know we're gonna go in with a second pump because, sweetie, when I mean full coverage, I mean full coverage. I'm gonna go back in with this buffer brush. This is the BMX 180 from Moda Pro. And the reason why I'm going back in with the brush is because since the sponge is kind of absorbing a lot of the product, the brush is really gonna apply as much product as possible without absorbing anything. I don't think I've ever done like a comparison, like a side-by-side kind of video before, so I'm curious to see how this is gonna look. I know I've done like the power of makeup before, but that wasn't like a side-by-side of like drugstore. Oh wait, no. I did do a drugstore and high-end face comparison a long time ago. All right, she is looking full coverage. You can already just see a difference. Like, I'm looking in the viewfinder and how the discoloration underneath my eyes and just kind of around my eyes actually is completely gone. You can't see anything. All right, for the fresh face side, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I decided that I wanted to do high-end against high-end. That way there is a little bit more of a better comparison, you can say. So I'm taking that with my hand just because I do love the way that this does apply when I use my fingers. So really just moisturizing that into the skin like so. And it just has like a beautiful, flawless finish. And you'll see in a second when I do a comparison. All right, so obviously the colors are off. This one's gonna be more to like my actual skin tone. This is in the color tan. And it is just a little bit darker than what I am now, I guess. I'm just kind of taking this brush here to buff out some of the color just because it was pretty intense. As you can see, there's still a lot of discoloration underneath my eyes here. Let's go into concealers now. So I'm gonna take the NYX Cosmetics Born to Glow concealer, and this is in the color medium olive, and let's do it like so. And then on this side, I'm taking the e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm just kind of spot concealing with that now. So the way that I used to do it, I used to do the NYX Cosmetics, I mean just full on, just like triangle motion here. And now I basically just kind of spot conceal and use very little product in my inner corner. Oh yeah, this is definitely bringing me all the way back to my full coverage days, sweetie. It was basically like I was putting on another foundation on top of the foundation that I already had on. Now on this side of the face, on the full coverage side, I never used a cream bronzer. I always just, after I concealed, I went ahead and just kind of set everything using a translucent powder. So I'm gonna be mixing the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I'm gonna be mixing together the Laura Mercier translucent powder and the RCMA translucent powder together, and I'm just gonna be baking on this side of the face. So I'm gonna be taking that on a powder puff and just setting where I put the concealer. Oh boy. I don't miss using this much translucent powder. And I remember that I used to have to bake so much because I didn't want it to crease or break. So by putting on this much product, you prevent all that. All right, so we're not done with this side of the face just yet. While this bakes, I'm gonna go ahead and cream bronze using my Fenty Beauty cream bronzer in Honey Glaze. I started cream bronzing and it has changed the game for me because it just looks so much more skin-like. Love this stuff. I look like a crazy person right now with this translucent powder on this side of my face. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of this ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. Again, I don't have the shade name to this product, but it's a fabulous concealer for brightening underneath the eyes. I'm gonna take that and blend that out. So I'm just taking my ring finger to blend that out. This is the Cheek Heat Maybelline Cream Blush in Nude Burn. This color is a beautiful, just nude illusion. It melts into the skin, it looks super natural. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just set this side of the face using this highlighter brush here, or oversized blender brush. And I'm going to lightly place that underneath my eyes. I'm not baking. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe off this side now. Do we see a difference right here after just setting the face with all of our creams and our liquids? Like, obviously you can definitely see a difference. On this side, it looks way more flat. And on this side, it has some dimension. Of course, we added some bronzer and some blush to the side of the face. And of course, we just added concealer and foundation and just went ahead and set. The foundation here, the base is definitely flatter than this side, but it amazes me how full coverage this side is, and I just look super matte. It doesn't look bad. I don't think it looks bad. It's just going for that fresh face look. This is not the way to achieve it. But we're gonna move forward. We're gonna continue on. This is fun. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun watching this. All right, I'm next gonna take this brush right here, and the way that I used to apply bronzer, basically just going back and forth like this, and then doing like circular motions. And I just used to just go ham on the jawline right here. I'm next taking Mellow Wine from Wet n Wild, and taking this Wet n Wild blush brush here, and just applying it onto the face. I used to add it also to all my temples. I still like to do the temple thing, but oh yeah, I remember this. I'm gonna just kind of soften that out a little bit. Just because I never noticed how blocky it used to be. I definitely was just okay with like how it just looks very chunky. All right, so I'm taking So Hollywood from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we are going to highlight the face. And I'm using a very small, tiny highlighter brush to get very concentrated in this area right here. This was like the thing to do here on Instagram and on YouTube. And listen, I'm all for a highlight, but you know, when you have friends calling you out that it just looks very chunky. And I also used to add it right here on my temple, just like doing that whole C motion. And I still, listen, I still love to do that. Don't get me wrong. I've just noticed that this isn't my gig. I don't have the face for this type of highlight. And then I'm gonna add some right here on the temple. Let's go ahead and do the Cupid's bow in the chin. Oh God, why didn't anybody tell me? So for my nose contour, I remember that I used to go into this palette right here. This is the e.l.f. bronzer palette. And I used to pick up this shade right here. This was the lightest contour shade in the palette. And I used to take this angle brush right here, and basically on the side, I would pick it up like this, and then go down the bridge of my nose, like so. And then I would take my beauty blender and just soften that out using the side that I like applied the foundation. And I remember that it used to get kind of gray like this. Now what I do for bronzer is I take that same one and I take the same brush and I just kind of use light circular motions right here. The very end. I don't like to go full on like just dragging it out, and I'll get it right here at the top of my hairline. And then I just focus now the bronzer right here at the point of my chin. For blush, I don't add any more because that liquid blush, I just love the finish of it. I'm gonna take my Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. This is the Bronze Shimmer Brick Compact. And I take a much larger brush now for highlights, and I kind of just mix down the shimmer brick, and I will target right here and just kind of sweep And then I'm gonna take that same Sonia Kashuk sponge and just blend that out right here at the very end. And then go back in with the blush brush that we used to blend out that highlighter and the blush together. I do cream contour my nose once I have already set it, so let's go ahead and do that. This is gonna be weird to cream contour it on one side only. And then I'm gonna take my finger again, blend that out. And then I take that bronzer now and I enhance some of the lines just to intensify them. And then taking this brush here just to soften out that powder. All right, let's zoom you in. Let's zoom you in. Oh, y'all are real close. Y'all are real close. As you can see, way more intense on this side here. The highlighter especially, you can see it in the lights. It's just way more intense. The bronzer, you can definitely see it. The blush, you can definitely see it. Then if you take a look on this side here, the bronzer is softer, the blush is softer. The highlight is more blended into the skin to kind of give that all glowy skin right here on this side. It's not focused and concentrated in this one spot. I used to highlight my chin, my cupid's bow, and then the bridge of my nose. I just used to take a highlighter brush, but I can't do that right now. And then I used to highlight the top of my forehead. It's crazy, crazy. Wait till we get to the eyes. All right, so I had to change my shirt because I was looking back at the footage and I was like, oh, I have makeup stains all over my shirt. So I've changed to this black one. Let's move on to eyes. I'm gonna be taking, for the full coverage side, the LA Girl Pro Artistry palette. I've had this now for a while. I haven't played around with it, so it's been a minute since I played around with like color and like a beautiful palette like this one. I wanna take Finesse, which is this brown shade right here. And I'm taking that on this La Beauty Sol Le Blanc 213 brush. And I'm just adding circular motions onto this side. And then kind of pressing the color into the eye. We're gonna take that out because I used to love, I still do every now and then, I used to love to take out eyeshadows because if my brows were this long, oh honey, best believe we're taking this shadow all the way out as well. We're also gonna take that underneath. I next want to take Brilliance in the palette, which is the deeper brown. I'm going to focus that on the outer part of the eye right here and just kind of packing that along the crease on the outer part, really focusing that color to get it nice and deep. I'm next going to take Zeal in the palette, which is this nice shimmery gold in the corner, like a coppery gold. That is gorgeous. Okay. I'm gonna go in and blend out those two together to kind of mend the shadows. I'm gonna add this lighter shade called Virtuoso right here in the center. Some added intensity down the middle. I'm next gonna take this black eyeliner from NYX Cosmetics and add that into the waterline. I'm also gonna take the black and place that right here on the waterline, or on the lash line, sorry. I'm taking the black in the palette, which is called Sleek. I'm going to blend out the black liner that we took on the lash line and kind of mend the lower lash line. I'm also gonna take a little bit of the black eyeshadow and blend out this waterline just to really smoke it out. You know me, if you've been a long time follower here on my channel, you know that I am a sultry eye lover. I wanna give you all of the sexiness, all of the sultriness. Can you believe that this is how I used to do my makeup like every day? Like, I'm not kidding you. I used to go very dramatic every single day, like whether it was a Tuesday or a Saturday, I was adding like black liner, black eyeshadow just to really make my eyes look super freaking sexy. And not realizing that like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Like, I love this eye. This eye is gorgeous. But like for a Tuesday night at a bar, like working, does it need to be this gorgeous? It could be if it wanted to be, but like just where my standards are at now, I just don't see it in the cards. God, I love this eye though, it's so pretty. I wanna add a little bit of a shimmer in the center. Oh yeah, game changer. I'm taking Expressive in the palette. And I remember, oh, Like, look at that eye. It's beautiful. For this eye over here, I'm gonna be taking the Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in Espresso. I'm gonna try and recreate this eye, but using more softer products. So I'm taking Espresso and I'm just taking that color all over. Since it is a cream eyeshadow, you're able to be a little bit more liberal with it. I'm gonna go back into my bronzer that I use and I'm gonna place that on the outer part, like right where above my, no. I'm gonna place that right here above my crease for some dimension. I'm next gonna be taking the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlighter in Might Be. I'm gonna take that on a flat brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 6. We're gonna take that all over the lid. Not exactly the same color, but that's okay. All right, now I'm taking Caramel, which is the cream eyeshadow from Revlon, and just mix the two together for some added dimension. Definitely still very glammy, but also looks way more sheer, if that makes sense. Whoa, what happened to this pencil? Hold on. So I'm gonna take this LA Girl brown eyeliner pencil and place that right on my waterline. And then take this right on the upper lash line. I'm next gonna take this pencil brush and buff this out. Taking my finger now to buff out the brown so that way it blends into my skin. And then since I did say I was gonna take a little bit of black just to kind of intensify it, I'm gonna take that NYX eye pencil, place that right on top of the brown that we just blended out, and then take this tiny brush that we used to blend the black on the other eye, to blend out this side of the pencil. I'm taking a little bit of Sleek and just throwing that right on top. I don't want to take all the black and really intensify this. I really want the brown to stick out well, because black can definitely overpower so much. I'm just going in now and blending out the edges, making sure that it looks like it's not there, but it's there, you know? All right, let's go ahead and just pop on some lashes. For the full coverage side, I would obviously throw on a very big, bold lash. However, I did find a very flimsy Ardell Wispy, like a full one. Maybe I'll hold it up to the camera. I have a very, very flimsy, like, wispy. Oh, there's like a little hair on it. So we're gonna pop that on, but just know that this is not what I would usually put on my eye. I haven't worn a very thick lash in a while, so I just haven't had really the drive to buy any. And then for the more updated makeup, I wear something like this. I just kind of like cut the ends off of one of the wispies, and now I just pop that towards the end of my lash now. See the difference? Like, full band, just the end right here, and I still like, listen, I don't mind a full band, but like this just looks more appealing to me at this moment. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips now with this Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in Nude. So I used to go all the way like so. I would still go over my Cupid's bow. I mean, I've been doing that for a while, but I take it all the way around. Now I take it just a little bit more in right here, so that way it's not so like full on lip mode. And then I take my finger and blend out the color. All right, and then for this side, I just like to take a full coverage gloss. This is the Wet n Wild Send Nudes Lip Gloss. And then for this side, I like to go more of like a sheer gloss. I'm just taking the Maybelline Lifter Gloss with hyaluronic acid in the color Topaz. All right, so now let's zoom y'all in once again just to see the end result. This looks very natural, very blended. It's still glammy, but it's not so much of like high intensity. Like there's a lot of shimmer. We have some black in the waterline. We have some black in the outer corner. The brow is on. We have a nice high shine lip. Not as full coverage, but still high shine. The highlighter looks very nice and blended. Now, if we go over to this side, I still love this side. Okay, full coverage is still really nice, but I can already feel the difference on my face personally. Just like right here, I'm starting to crease on my forehead really bad, as I normally do whenever I put product there. I just feel my under eyes just really tired, and you can see this line like that I have my eyes feel heavy. This highlighter, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty bomb, but like it's just not my thing right now to just have it striking. The brow, we already know my opinions on that. I love both sides. Like every time I turned off the camera and I just was walking around the house and looking at a mirror, I was just like, whoa, I see the difference of just how this face just looks more fresh and awake, and this face is very much like I have a mask on. Alright everyone, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Let me know in the comments down below which side you love. Do you love the more fresh face or the more full glam face? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell for future post notifications. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!